Alright guys, it's Sunday, about noon time. Johnny's getting his truck ready for the new year. Should be all set by the end of today. I've got to put in at least 5 hours here. I've got a bunch of tools from, that I've been pulling, specialty stuff that need to be put away. I've got about 3 buckets full of tools that are not my daily use stuff. I need to go through these and actually, come here Gussie, get over here. Bella, get over here. Good morning. Stay, Bella. Fucking Christ, this lady's walking around a dog in a fucking baby carriage. Another day in the fucking doggy front. So I'm utilizing my stool that I found in the trash the other day. Johnny finds all kinds of good stuff, man. So I threw a bucket out of here. Had a lot of that grease in it from the job I did last week, that kitchen sink stoppage. I throw it out on the tailgate, and I look back and fucking Bella's eating the grease, man. She's just eating it. She's eating the cats and the dogs. Yeah. So I just need to get this thing up at a comfortable height for me to sit on my stool and just go through the stuff. I'm gonna clean my bucket out. These things are great, guys. Somebody, I can't think of who it was because I get a lot of stuff, and forgive me if I didn't remember your name, but was gracious enough to get that from one of my subscribers. Bella, I'm gonna fucking Baker Act you if you don't calm down. Some of you guys may know what Baker Act is. Not that I've ever been Baker acted. That's what happens to you when you're a threat to yourself and society. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take my time. It is a gorgeous day. This is a really nice heavy duty element wrench. I'm putting together a video right now for this electric tankless water heater I'm putting in probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't been shy about saying I don't know anything about them. I gotta wash this out. Just so much to do, guys. Fucking A. Bloody hell. So I'm going to take one box at a time and clean it out, man. Take my little tray here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So this is my little day-to-day thing. Which I'm going to get all the garbage out of it. I like this tripod, man. It's on a carousel, guys. I don't know if you can see that. I screw these carousels. It's like a painting tray. I painted on the bottom of this. I screw it to the bottom of the tool bag in like 5 different spots. And it just makes, when you're in a cabinet and you need something on the other side of the tool bag, it really does work good. These things really are pretty cool. I've got a bunch of these clips, and see how that unscrewed? That's the problem with adding a link to the chain on my, unless I drilled a hole and put a set screw on it. But these are my common, I use this a lot with ratchets, sockets. So let's see what's in here, man. Basin wrench, cordless drill, some sleeve PVC, glue, 1-step. I don't like these cans with the huge cap on them. I like the smaller ones. I've got some DAP, which I need to get more of that. I'm out of it all pretty much. Got my cutters here, and just make sure they work. You don't have to fuck around with them. I've got another pair right here, which I think are the better of the two. And I just replaced the blades, man. I keep them there. I've got stickers in here for my water heaters and garbage disposals, which I'll be honest, I'm not doing it as much as I should. This is a big ass can of glue, would make a big ass mess in somebody's house. I've got my closet shims. I buy 5 pounds of putty and I put it in this. These are the cans of glue that I like. The small one with the small cap. I'm not getting into 2-inch. I don't need a big dauber. I do have my shark bite tool here. Somebody sent me this, or I bought it. I think somebody sent me this one, and it actually does work on all different sizes. The other tool that I have didn't do 1/2 inch. It only does 3/4, it appears anyways. Fucking pocket pussy. Plumber's grease, otherwise known as pocket putty.
Yeah.
Get yourself a pair of needle nose vice grips, guys. These come in handy for so many things. I realized the other day that it's a perfect tub tool for pulling out, getting this thing down on a tub drain, stick it in there and turn it with another wrench or a pair of channel locks. It's pretty strong. It worked great for that, because my nephew borrowed my tub tool and never fucking gave it back. Unfortunate for me. See this guy, KM? Kevin Maxwell. My best friend. Unfortunately, he passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. He worked for me. And he made it a point to tell his sister that I got all his tools when he passed away. So he knew I didn't need them, but it was a great thing. I was happy to get them. These are his snips, so I always got my boy Kevin with me out there on a job, and every once in a while I'll find myself in a tough spot and I can't find something, or I'm struggling, and I'll pick a tool up and it'll say KM, and I'm like, thanks, Kev. Kev's with me, man. Unfortunately, for me, more than a few times in my life, my best friends have perished. So it's kind of hazardous to your health to be my best friend. So if you ever hear that, yeah man, you're my best friend, run for the fucking hills. That's all I can tell you. So guys, they sell these. This is a Lenox hacksaw, close quarter saw, the best on the market. You can buy them Chinese. They're $10 or $11. Get yourself some blades. They're the blades with the holes in them. Don't buy those goofy fucking one piece of metal. This one's got a long handle on it. I've got like 10 of these different lengths. But this is the tool you want, man. They come in so handy. So in here, I want to show you. I had to use this the other day. This is thread. The thread on this, you can use it in a faucet on an aerator. That's aerator thread. So on this water heater that I was testing out, I wanted to see how much of a pressure drop from running just one fixture compared to 2 fixtures or 3 fixtures in the house. And you do that by just screwing this into a faucet, open the hot side, open a hot faucet somewhere else and get water running, then open another hot faucet and see where this gauge is dropping. And there was a significant drop, but the problem with that water heater the other day is that it was never hooked up properly. It's only got one 45 amp breaker supplying an 18 kilowatt Rheem water heater, and it states that it needs a two 40 amp breakers, 2 wires, 2 40 amp breakers. It doesn't have that. So my guess is that water heater is probably good, and it was just hooked up wrong. But he's already ordered a new one. He did that without my advice. He just, you know, he wanted a new one. He basically bought the same one under a different name, different manufacturer. So I've got in this bag I've got some side cutters, strippers, small pair of needle nose. It's basically for water heaters. Yeah. I've got my little cutters for cutting ice maker. You can cut ice maker with 15s, and you can cut it with this, but you can't cut it with the 1 inch. Those bigger these cutters. Let's get this out here. Ow. Bags are a challenge for Johnny. These cutters will not, see the difference? These cut ice maker, these won't. 15s will though. So, got some grease. I've got a long pair of needle nose. These are the ones with that additional joint. They're pretty deep, good for garbage disposals, digging stuff out. And then these have a little bend in them. They're very nice, but don't try to use them for something they're not made for. They'll break in a heartbeat. Got my sockets over here for installing, like mainly when I use these, it's for Kohler toilets. I've got a couple little 6-inch crescent wrenches. I like the Craftsman because they open wide compared to just a run-of-the-mill. I don't know where this came from, but you can see the difference in the size of the jaw compared to that. what's nice about this little Craftsman, is you can put a shower head on with this. So that's my go-to. I probably have 10 or 12 of them somewhere. Got a couple of picks in here that I use for cartridges mainly. I do use this. This is like a little dental pick, and this is what I get those flow restrictors out with, to get people more pressure. And that's the reason why people end up with these stoppages in their lavatories, because they're just not getting the flow that they need. I've got a couple pairs of these small Allen wrenches. You can buy these at Ace Hardware, and it's got everything you need to work on faucets, putting tub spouts on, and it's very small and compact. You don't have to worry about trying to, you know, in a tight area, spinning this thing around. They're very, very convenient. I have like 3 or 4 pairs. I've got 2 of them in here, and then I got a bigger pair. It may have Torx head on it. So, and then on this side, I got my PosiTemp cartridge puller, which I need to put this thing back in here. I gotta find my Chateau or 1225 cartridge puller. I have this in here, but the lid to it is in another box here. That's where I store razor blades, and this is great for cleaning around sinks and all that, getting old DAP off. Got some putty. Got some putty, buddy. Put a sponge in here. Try to find a clean one, you know. Cut them in half, guys. Get 2 for 1. Put my putty back in. Put my shims in. I keep my mini hacksaw with my I put with my putty knives, which I have. I buy these Hyde. It's a stiff putty knife, and it's a great tool for cutting. That's what I use to cut shims. You can buy these, you know, you can buy 5 of them, I think, online, Amazon, for a very little bit of money. That's what I use. I'm going to keep my SharkBite tool in here. Not that I ever have to use it, but when I do need it, I can't find it. So I'm gonna put these in here. My guy Kevin, put them in there. Keep him with me. Put my gauges back in so I can test things out if I have to. Carry a cordless drill in here. Tape measure, my stickers, small can of glue with the small cap. These can go back. I need one of these, but you get one with every new faucet, so don't really have to carry that in there. And then these, man, these are great when you're cutting pipe off at the wall. And you're afraid it's going to go back in, or you need to hold it while you glue it and pull it out. Great tool to have on your tool bag. I gotta find the rest of my nut drivers, and that's it, man. I gotta have lots of razor knives with good sharp blades in them. I like these Stanleys, these 99Es. They just work, you know, and I'm used to working with them. So that's it, man. I got to get my gray cutters for 1.5-inch pipe. More fucking grease. So that's that, Jackson. What I did too is I made a drawer over here on this pull-out, which short pieces of pipe. It just makes it easier for me. I got a pair of cutters in here. If I need a foot or whatever of whatever kind of pipe, I have it all the way up to 2 inch. I can cut them off. And this bag's done, man. I'm gonna, well, I got a couple of things I need to put in it, but lights back on my truck for like re-pipes. Hopefully I'll get some more re-pipes this year. Mystery oil. These are the wax that come with I don't know what they, those are the boxes for the Kohler wax. I keep one of these in my tool bag. Really good for cleaning stuff out. Another sponge. Toilet paper. Fucking brawny toilet paper. So I've got some pencils and shit that are gonna go in that other bag. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. Yeah, fern coats. Sometimes you need them. I'd rather use a mission coupling that's made for copper coming out of the wall. If it's PVC, you just obviously just glue it. But let me go throw these in the screw drawer. This is just like a junk drawer, guys. I got all kinds of shit in here. Nipple, 3/4 by half nipple. Sometimes I need them on when I replace a relief valve on a backflow preventer. Which you guys probably don't understand all of that, but that's the code down here. You can have them. This is where I keep all my hard test caps. This stuff can go on the side of the truck. Alright guys, we got another box to go through. This I need to clean. That's a timer for my irrigation system. That don't really belong here. I'm making a pile of rags that need to be cleaned. These things I don't use often, but they really do make sliding appliances easier. This is a brand new ball cock for what I will use for a Kohler toilet now, and look at it. I broke the motherfucker. Are you bloody kidding me? I broke the piece, man. Let's see. I should be able to fix that. Fucking thing's brand new, man. Come on now. Come on, you son of a bitch. Get off there. Let's see if I can put a new lever on this. Should be able to. Old fucking Johnny Sausage Fingers in action. The fucking pin comes out, Jackson. The pin comes out, guys. Son of a bitch. Never took one of them apart, guys. Wow, it's the whole thing, man. So let me get one off of a new valve, an old one, which I have. I just so happen to have an old ball cock right here with the same goddamn pin in it. Ow. You ain't doing it right if you don't come away bleeding with plumbing. You know, I used to replace just this all the time, but too many times I tried to do that and it just didn't work. So I want to check this and see. It is definitely the same exact part. No doubt it. So this is the new one. I'm just going to put it back together with this piece in it. A new one. Ow. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. There's one of them kids with the fucking loud. I swear a lot of this shit, if you ain't Chinese, man, you can't put it back together because they just have smaller hands. Bada bing, bada boom. Dink, dink, a dink, dink. Ding a ding a ding a ding ding. Let's see something. So this handle is definitely different, but I bent that too, so. Okay, so this guy's fixed again. I don't like on this one that they went with the cheaper nut, but you know, what are you gonna fucking do? Everything's cheap. So this is good again. Freon. Yeah, I don't need that. Cutting oil. Marking paint. Yeah. Johnny gets into some shit. This is when you have a fucking customer that won't shut the fuck up. You just wrap it around their fucking head and mouth, you know? Yeah. So guys, this is tying wire for rebar. It's pretty good if you had to clamp something together to have this on your truck. It's useful for lots and lots of things, but I will tell you that you want to definitely tie it together, because it could end up just like that fucking roll of ice maker. A big fucking mess. So I'll put that back. One of the things that I have come to use a lot, Tapcons, and you got to have all different sizes. Another thing that I have here is this bucket, and what I use this for is when I go into somebody's house and they want me to change their filters. This thing is the perfect size to put the 3 filters right in here, take them apart. You don't have to worry about water dripping out of them all over the fucking place. So I've got a bunch of different sizes of drip buckets, you know, all different shapes depending on what you get into, but it just makes your job easier, man. A lot of times, you know, I just throw a towel down, fold it over a couple of times, and you know, let it absorb the water when I'm doing stuff, you know, changing out a stop or whatever. Try to get the majority of the water in a little bucket, but then just, if it's dripping, just let it drip into a towel. Not a fucking problem at all. So I'll tell you where we used to use that tie wire a lot. When you're doing new construction and it's monolithic, or you got pipes that are coming up in a footer, you want to hammer a piece of number 4 or number 5, whatever. I used number 4 because it was cheaper and easier to handle than number 5. But I would drive the rod down into the ground. I'd buy 4-foot lengths. They came, I think they were 20-foot lengths of rebar. So 4-foot lengths, you ended up with 5 pieces. And what I would do is I'd drive that down beside the stack, and then I'd twist this in 2 spots. One under a sanitary tee on the underside, so that the actual hub is resting on the wire, and then I do the same thing down at the bottom where there was like a sweep or whatever, and that ensured to me, as best I could do, to make sure that thing was going to be in the right place and somebody didn't step on it and push it down, and you end up, you know, with a trap on something that you didn't want to trap. So little tech tip: 4-foot pieces of number 4 rebar, and use this for anything in the block wall, or in a footer, or a stem wall. I mean, not stem wall. If it's a monolithic pour, you want to make sure your pipes aren't getting moved around and get pushed down. Another thing that I used to do, guys, which is interesting, because I do these houses that were on monolithic pour on a septic tank, and I put the shit in, and anybody who does new construction knows you're working off of a sheet with the invert where that pipe needs to come out of the building, and it gets checked by an engineer before they pass the plumbing inspection. The problem with that is they can come out, the engineer can shoot it, you're in the right spot, then the plumbing inspector comes by and he signs it off, and then here come the fucking troop of concrete guys who don't give a fuck about your plumbing, and they start jacking that thing around, and you could end up with your stub out high, you know what I mean? So there's a couple ways to remedy that. You could run it out 5 feet and bury the whole fucking thing out in front of the house, or what I did was I made these pieces of plywood with most of the houses had a 3-inch stub out, and I drill a 3 5/8 hole through that piece of thin plywood like Luan, and I'd get my stub out where it needs to be, and then I'd slide that Luan on before I put the cap on, and I'd roofing nail it to the form board, or duplex nails. You know, if you use duplex nails, the guys, they'll see that you're trying to help them out, and they won't fuck with it. But that's going to hold your pipe where it belongs. They can do all the digging they want, but if that thing's locked into a hole that's nailed to the form board, it ain't going nowhere, Jackson. Another little trade tech tip from Johnny Sunshine. That's all my idea, guys. That was one of the things I wanted to and the only thing you do is you mark them. They were all cut the same size, and then you could put your mark on the board where it needs to be. Say it was 18-inch invert. 18 inches is going to be from the finish floor down to the flow line in the pipe, the bottom of the pipe, basically. So you mark the form board, use a square, draw a square line, and just put that line on the top of the form, and your shit's going to be right, and it'll be right when you come back. I've had houses where I go back and the house keeps stopping up, and you realize that some fucking monkey pushed the fucking stub out up in the air, and now you got a whole house trap, and it just ain't, it's never going to work, and it's in the footer. It's a pain. I mean, it's a big fucking problem. So think about that. Luan plywood, 6 or 8 inches wide by 18 or 20 inches long, and you drill holes all in the bottom of it with a little inch or so underneath it so it stays strong, and works great, guys. So we got to the bottom of another bin, Jackson. Now I need to take this box. See this box here? That's good glue. This, I need to start throwing some of the, I never throw cleaning brushes out, man. For some fucking reason. See, these are the blades I'm talking about, man. The ones with the hole in them for that saw. We're gonna put that right there in the hole with the saw. Tapcon bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all this shit where it belongs on the truck, and then we'll go dive into another box. Alright, guys. Here goes another catch-all box. And another Get Bella, man. Guys, they sell these gloves at Home Depot. Very cheap. You get like 10 pairs of them, and they're nice, man. They're nice gloves to work with. You actually still have some feel, and they fit tight, you know. I like that about them. This is a great mask. It's a little scarred up right now. It ain't coming back, but it actually has a place to so I got more wax in here. More fucking glue, some drill bits, some of Johnny's sunglasses. This shit smells good, guys. Buy the good stuff. It's good for you, too. Skibidi. I keep a fire extinguisher on my truck. That's pretty small. Hopefully you're gonna put it out really fast with that. Some clamps. CLR. Yeah. That's brand new closet supply. Throw that out. Coupling, that's garbage. I can smell the CLR in here. It was spilling. So I don't know what's up with this cable, why it's in here, separated from the rest. I think maybe, yeah, this pin's working. Maybe it's all funked up. I took it out because it was bent maybe, but it doesn't look it. So I'll probably just put it back on a roll in there. Another one down. This is another great bucket. Bella, I'm telling you, I'm gonna Baker Act you. Bella, I'm gonna Baker Act you. See, why are you talking to me like that? It's not me, it's you, Dad. So that CLR is some nasty stankin' shit, man. It pays to keep things clean, guys, because otherwise you're just gonna have to clean it up. I mean, I try to keep people's houses clean when I work in them, and they appreciate that. So we're gonna throw that there. These drill bits go in that fucking little drill up there. Side of the truck. Let me put all this stuff away, guys. Alright, guys. So now we're getting into the fucking nitty gritty. What I need to do is separate all of this stuff by the bin that they go in. So CPVC fittings all go, and the straps, all that shit. These are great. That's a Schedule 40 to CPVC adapter. Yeah. Come on, baby. I tell you what, guys, after doing service for a while, you realize just how important one fucking fitting can be. So don't take them for granted. So all this stuff goes in. That goes in there. These go in there. Alright, let me go put all this shit away. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much through everything. Yeah. I just gotta put away a couple of tub fittings here. Yeah. I gotta relocate that box. I use this drill box a lot, and it needs to be easy to get to. Whew. bitch. That's it, y'all. Need to put this back in this room over here somewhere. Yeah. I'm gonna mount this guy somewhere. Whoa. So now it's just a matter of putting a bucket full of tools back into my stand-up. So she's looking pretty clean, man. I gotta say, y'all, she's looking pretty good. Skibboobity-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Yeah. So guys, I got a ton of buckets, which is great because I need them all the time. Take my garbage in. She's looking pretty clean, man. It took me 4 weeks, but I got there, you know. Skidooby-dooby-dee, skidooby-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, skidooby-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, skidooby-dee-dee. It's gonna have to be another day. All right, I'm gonna move my operation to the side of the truck and get my tools in. And Johnny's done, man. Johnny did it. Probe rod, meter key. I've got my tube on here, right there, for draining water heaters. One guy said that he uses PEX because it's easier to get in. That's fine. I've never had an issue getting the CPVC in. It bends pretty easily, but I like the fact that it straightens itself back out. So I just need to get this. See, Johnny's got all the shit, guys. I just don't use them. This is more of a pain in my ass than anything. Johnny got his fucking plunger, man. Son of a bitch, Jackson. I added another coupling at the top, so I don't have that pinch point. I hope somebody made one. If you did, let me know. I'd like to think that I'm helping out in some way. So let me get this empty. All these cordless fucking tools up here. I think I have maybe 16 cordless drills here. You know, can never have enough. Can never have enough. I got 3 hammer drills, Milwaukee. They're pretty good, strong. Scooby-Dooby-Dee. Yeah. This is about a worthless fucking kit. Shit they sell at Harbor Freight, man. Just throw it out. Washer kit. Fucking another hammer drill. Hammer time. It's hammer time, y'all. Scooby Dooby Dee. Skidooby Dee 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 Dee. Skibooby Dee Dee. Skibby Dooby Dee. The old fucking plunger. Lav stoppage tool. Yep, that's all you need, guys. You don't need to take the trap apart to clean the pop-up. Skidooby-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Skidooby-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Money, it's a crime. Share it, wear it. Don't take a slice of my pie. So here we go, yo. Gotta find a spot for that, man. Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? Oh, look at that, man. Okie doke. Let me start putting some tools away. So guys, this type of level with the increments on it, you can see the increments. Best way to train a guy. You know, he'll get used to seeing what a bubble looks like. On the level. And I got fucking razor blades just floating all over the fucking place in here, man. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. I got one of them. Never used it. I got one of these. I use that all the time. Put that motherfucker back in there. Ow! Come on, you. just got way too much stuff, guys. Just too much shit. Anybody knows where to get these little small Lennox Sawzall blades, man, I need to buy like 50 of them. I use them more than anything, man. Fuck. I've got a puller that goes up there. Hammers out the fucking yazoo. Probably don't need 16 fucking hammers on this truck, guys. It's just a matter of throwing shit into this box. That's a framer. That's an old Stanley. That's an old Stanley right there. I'm gonna put some of these back in the... This is a fucking orange handle S-wing. No, it says plum. Kind of like an S-wing, but it's a plum. Plum fucking cheaper. Another hammer blammer. Bolt cutters. These are for cutting the wire on. This is a great little pry bar, small wonder bar. That's where that goes. So I've always kept my chisels and shit down in the bottom of the drawer. Time for some fucking channy. I mean, these guys, vice grips. Oh, fuck. Strap branch, scrap branch. Street light. Never really liked using these. I'd rather use 2 open-end wrenches, to be honest. I've got these right here. These are the size you need for putting stops on, and it was just easier for me. You got more leverage. You're less likely to fuck up that threads on that valve. Got about 15 of these. These are great tools, guys. These are hose clamp or hose pliers, but they work great on PVC, man. If you got a piece of pipe on the edge of a wall and you need to pull that thing out, this will do that. You can glue it together and then let it go. These are great wrenches. Pipe wrenches out the fucking yazoo. To the dismay of some of you. You can see I'm just trying to get this shit back in here. There is no fucking rhyme or reason to anything I'm doing right now. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and yeah. Can anybody tell me what this is? That's it. Your time's up. You can't look at it anymore. Hey, how about that? Some more fucking channel logs. I don't have enough of them. It's got at least 50 fucking pairs. Another 12-inch poke wrench. That's 3 so far. One of these. I don't ever ream anything. Fuck it. Hey now. Where the fuck are they? Oh, here they are. I don't have any luck with this thing. Scooby-Dooby-Dee. I might as well put that one with the rest of them. Scooby-Dooby-Dee. What's this? What kind of wrench is that? The fucking red one. Yeah. Yep. We don't use that either. I use sandcloth. Fuck these. Fuck that thing. Why'd I cut the end off of that, guys? So I can get nipples out of showers. Milwaukee 18-1. Somebody tell me what this is. That's it. Your time's up. Scooby-Dooby-Dee. Free replacement blade in the handle. Can anybody tell me what this is? I'll tell you what it is. The weapon of choice. For taking out a fucking rat. Right in the fucking eyeball. Yeah, drive it right up in there. Fucking lobotomy. It's a fucking lobotomy. This is just a piece of crap. Shark bite deal. Don't fucking fit nothing. Scooby. This is part of a tool. I don't know where. Here's another fucking. This is a better chalk line than the one that's down there. Alright, so we got through this bucket. Jackson. I don't know what this tool is for. Somebody sent me this. I think it goes with this. I lost my other side, the other handle, man. I'm really fucking broke up about that, especially if I cut into something that's hot. It's gonna be a problem. So, guys, if any of you have watched that video about the tankless water heater, it's obvious that they tied both of those fucking lines into one breaker. That's a fucking problem. I mean, even I know that. That's that, guys. We managed to get it all in there. Yeah. Alright, guys. We're all squared away. Got my new step. Got my truck all tightened up. Ouch. I relocated my concrete drill and chipper to the back here so I can get it easily. I got a bucket full of copper fittings right here. Pretty much anything I need. It's going to be easier for me to dump that out and get what I need. I also have this fucking big ass thing full of copper fittings. I've got some pans, PEX, pretty much everything you could need, man. And it's clean, and I'm not roller skating. My truck's nice and quiet, man. I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm not implying anything. Steve, Lav. Yeah, just fuck with that guy. I hope he can take it. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I show up at his house in the middle of the summer, because it's so fucking hot down here and I just leave. Anyways, the old beast needs to be washed, but we did good, man. I got the tailgate operating. The doors are a little worse for the wear, but basket strainer tool. These tools have to go in my bag. Scooby-Dooby-Dee. So I'm gonna put some boxes on right here to keep shit like ties and maybe a chain or whatever. It'll help me out. And then this right here, I want to show you. This is the staircase. This is the staircase that I had made. Those guys did this for me too, and it goes right into the receiver like this other one does. But it gives me 2 steps. The problem is I have to take it off, and that's an issue. But if I'm on a repipe, I want that thing. It just makes getting in and out of the truck easier, and that's it, man. So I'll show you what I have to do. It's very simple, but that's all I have to do to get this thing in where it belongs. I think it's a cable problem, guys. Now I gotta do it again. One day I may go up there to the tailgate place and have them take a peek at it, and see what the dealio is. Ba, 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 da, da. So Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We're ready to roll, guys. I got a cup full of shit up there on the dashboard. Some people might say I have a shitty attitude. Well, what the fuck do you expect? So I like this stool. This is should have been in the back of the truck, but yeah, and it's for my when I'm doing water heaters, man, flushing them. Johnny's gonna be taking a little break, a little siesta while that's happening. Dig it? Great stool, man. Especially for the price. Really? Free? Can't fucking beat that, Jackson. Alright, now it's just time to lock her up. Get some fresh rags on this baby. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Bang. Boom. So guys, I want to do a little recap on that water heater that I'm going to be hooking up. Definitely is a problem that it appears that it is only hooked up to one breaker, a 45 watt breaker, amp. So that's going to need to be dealt with, man. I mean, before we start anything, we need to make sure he has the proper service. Stop, Bella. And make sure we can put another breaker in there, and hopefully there's enough wire, man, because they weren't leaving any extra, which I would have gone out of my way to try to leave some extra wire. That shit, 8-gauge wire, is very expensive, and if I gotta, I would imagine the only place I can go with another breaker is up, because they probably cut the wires very, very short inside the panel. I hope they didn't, but he may need to run new 8-gauge wire to another water heater, especially because the one in there is cooked. You got to pull that shit back and get into some good wire and insulation. So it clearly states in the book. Let me get the book, I'll show you. So guys, I want to show you this right here. It says 1 8-gauge wire. Hey, my guest is back. 1 8-gauge wire and 1 40 amp breaker. That's for an 8 kilowatt. I'm in the French section, a French quarter. Yeah, it says for the 8 kilowatt, you need a breaker and a wire for this one. When you step up to the 18 kilowatt, you need two sets of wire and 2 breakers. If you go up to this bigger one, which is 24 kilowatt, you need 3 wires. And then for this other one, for 36 kilowatt heater, you need 4 sets of breakers and wires. That sounds like a lot of expensive ass wire, man. Why would you do that? Why is my question. Just put a fucking tank in there. Jesus Christ. I never had to worry about flow, and they had all those stops in that bathroom almost closed so the fucking thing would work. Why? Why are you toying around with this fucking idea that it's great for the people who build them and great for, you know, the guys who sell wire? I'm not sure it's good for the power company. Standard tank heater, man, it's non-simultaneous. Only one fucking element's on it at a time. This other thing, you're gonna have 8 elements, man, running at the same time on a 36 kilowatt heater. 8 fucking elements. Every house on the street's gonna goddamn, like, the lights are gonna dim. So I gotta be careful with what I'm getting into over there. I'm surely not gonna do anything that's not that an electrician should be doing. And so when he gets that, I know he said he's getting another 18 kilowatt, which I think is way too small for a whole house with, I think, 2 or 3 bathrooms in it with a child. He'd be better off putting a fucking tank on the outside of the goddamn house and just connecting the pipes to anywhere on that hot and cold system. But anyways, we'll get into it. I'm sure a lot of you guys had some questions. That tape, that video kind of just ended abruptly because I got to the point where I was like, I'm not fucking with this, and I wasn't even going to put it up because I don't really know a lot about them, and I knew I'd get an avalanche of fucking criticism, and I just wasn't into it, you know. But I've recovered. I've taken some time off. I'm ready for the critics. And I did have to read that speech from Teddy Roosevelt again, you know, in the arena. The critics don't count, guys. The critics don't count. Those are two things. The Tale of Two Wolves and In the Arena. Read them and go forward in 2025. With that as your foundation, you'll be fine. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. This is just what Johnny does, man. Pretty fucking sad life, but I'm happy doing it.